Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the WeSportin podcast, our weekly episode that we are doing every week, so we can all say that we've been together for one whole week. Dylan, how are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm good. Yeah,
that's great. So, of course, it isn't a WeSportin episode if somebody's not late or not showing on time. I usually take the lead in that because usually it's me that doesn't show up. Yeah, now it's starting to become Chris and Dylan. Dylan
I was late one time.
Dylan was late last week. Chris was late this week, and I will probably be late next week. So, what's up, Awesome Sports? So we're gonna be going through many, just a few topics. It is the off season. Not a lot to discuss, not a lot to talk about, but we're
talk about.
Okay, well, right now there's not, Dylan. Today, when I opened up ESPN today to look at the top sports for today was college basketball, soccer, and NHL. So, yes, that
worst sports known to man.
Yeah, exactly, literally, exactly. So, today we're going to be running through many things today. Many things. We're going to, number one, be running through the Justin Fields and Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears high drama that has been happening since the Bears locked in the number one overall pick in week 16. Secondly, we were going to be going through the NBA All-Star game. We're going to be going through what's wrong with the NBA All-Star game and what went wrong and when it went wrong. And then we're going to be talking about franchise tags because there's been reports coming out saying that there's some teams who are looking to franchise tag somebody and some teams are looking to not franchise tag somebody. And Dylan, am I missing a topic at all?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, so a part of me really wants to wait for Chris, but a part of me just wants to say he's late, and we're just gonna have to run it. What up, Dotson? How we doing, dude? We're just gonna have to run it without Chris. So yeah, we'll just start it without Chris and see what's going on. So what's up, Young K? Okay, well, without further ado, let us get to the amazing, beautiful saga of Caleb Williams.
That is the worst graphic I've ever seen in my life.
Dude, I know. Here's what happened, dude. So when I was trying to load it up, dude, man, it just wasn't doing it. And it just looked like crap. And I just kept refreshing.
Just take that off. We'll just talk about it. Just take that shit off, bro.
Fine. I'll just do that.
But how is that worse, bro? Get that shit off, bro.
No, we got to do that. Okay. Chris, you didn't have to change your name because I don't.
What up?
So I'm putting the Caleb Williams thing on there. I don't care. We need to know.
Bro, it's so bad.
Chris, are you live? Are you good?
Well, he's not here yet, so I'm guessing.
Okay, so we'll get started. So for those who don't know, we're going to take a little trip back to last year. Last year, the Carolina Panthers, being quarterback desperate, traded up from, what was it, Dylan? 11 or 10 to 1? It was 11.
I thought it was 9.
9, yes. Okay, they went from 9 to 1.
Yeah.
Through that, they gave up the following of 2 for
everything.
They gave up everything. They gave up everything.
They gave up everything for a 5'10" quarterback that I said was not going to be good, bro. I have not had a bad quarterback take in a minute. And I told y'all, Kenny Pickett was not good, and Bryce Young was too small, bro. Y'all don't want to listen. He's muted.
And we're still rolling with the name. Okay, so Dylan struck. Chris, how you doing today, man? We're discussing the Caleb Williams and the Justin Fields situation. So rolling through, now here we are in 2024, and the Chicago Bears and the Carolina Panthers both missed the playoffs, and the Panthers missed it by a wide margin by only winning 2 games. Now here we are again. Draft season's upon us, and Chicago once again holds the fate of who will be going number 1. Obviously, it's going to be, regardless, it's probably going to be Caleb Williams. But now there's also a lot of people saying that it could be Justin Fields that's staying, and they could potentially take Marvin Harrison. I don't know. Dylan, I will open up the floor to you to have you start off with the Justin Fields and Caleb Williams saga.
Sure. So there's 2 points to this, right? Don't do the full screen.
I need it for the Instagram, but just do it. Oh my god, you're a pain in the ass.
So there's 2 sides to this. There's the side of both quarterbacks, right? So Justin Fields has been disappointing. And I don't think Fields has shown enough flashes for a new front office. I guess it's still the same front office, but for a front office to still commit to him. I don't think he's shown enough. Okay, we get it. I don't think he's shown enough for a front office to say, yeah, he's our guy. I don't think Caleb Williams is generational though. So like, I'm not in the boat of you should just sell your quarterback who has potential for a guy like if it was like a T-Law or a Luck type guy where he was just like by far like a generational guy, then maybe I could see it. But I think you have really good picks. I think they have 2 in the top 10, right?
Top 11 or top 9, something like
that. So with that for me, I'm sitting here like, at 1, I think if you don't take Williams, which I don't have Williams my quarterback 1, so I wouldn't love that. But whatever. At the end of the day, you can trade back. I think it's gonna be hard getting somebody who will trade up, but you can get it. It's just such a haul you'd need for it. But I'd way rather build a team around Fields than I'm just not a big Caleb guy. I guess if I was a big Caleb guy, maybe I'd be all over this. But like right now, I don't think it makes sense.
Yeah, so and I agree with I see what you're saying. It's just the all that they're going to sell that market on Caleb Williams. They're going to just sit there and they're going to make sure that they're making him look like the most top tier player of all time. He was one of the best draft players of all time, and it's that's just how they're going to sell him. It's just like I said, the NFL's a business, and they're going to promote him like no other, and they're going to make it insane. Chris, thoughts on the Caleb Williams and the Justin Fields saga that has been going on for the past couple of weeks?
It's really weird. I'm not gonna lie because there was reports. Well, Caleb Williams had like the tweet before that he didn't want to go to the Bears. Well, it was a tweet referring that he didn't want to go to the Bears. But now, it's pretty it look like it's weird, bro, because they can go anywhere with it. They do truly hold they really hold they really like have in their hands like how the draft is going to play out. So in the first round at least. So it's really going to be interesting to see. As a Commanders fan, obviously we don't want them to take Caleb Williams. I don't know what Dylan was talking about. He said he didn't have Caleb Williams as his quarterback 1. I don't really understand, but hey, as a person that do have Caleb Williams as his quarterback 1, it's always
it's sideways.
Sorry, but as a person that do got Caleb Williams as their quarterback 1, though, I think they should take him. If I was not a Commanders fan, I would tell them to take Caleb Williams.
Yeah, and it kind of comes into the fact that I think me and Chris are both Washington fans. We obviously want to see Marvin Harrison Jr. go at that number 1 spot, or hell, they do the dumb thing they did a few years ago and go and take Drake May, another UNC guy that they probably love, but different management. But now reports saying,
watch guys. Okay, go ahead.
Reports saying though that they are looking at a legendary haul. Dylan, what in your eyes is a considered legendary haul for Caleb?
Happy
birthday, Chris. I think I don't know.
Realistically, you have to be. Last year was considered a legendary haul. You never really know. Realistically, you need probably at least depends where they trade from for sure. If you're trading from like 3 to 1, it's not, or like 4 to 1, you're not gonna get that much. You're gonna get a few firsts, but like if you're like 9 or 10 to 1, it's gonna be like at least like 4 or 5 firsts. But it depends how the league views Drake May and Caleb Williams. If the league views Caleb Williams as a generational guy, like you guys do, then they'll think that's a fair trade. But if the league views Caleb Williams as a not generational prospect, then you're not going to get that value for him. So if there is a trade that happens, we'll know what we actually think the league thinks about him. If a trade even happens. But
yeah.
I think probably like 4 first-round picks and a player is probably where you'd be at for most. You did 3 first-round picks and a player last year, and I haven't seen somebody say Caleb Williams is a worse prospect than Bryce Young. So that's about where I'd be at.
Right. So now, Chris, obviously you said you're a Washington. Everyone knows you're a Commander fan. Going off of you being a Washington Commander fan, trading up from 2 to 1. Dylan already said the price should probably not be as significant as maybe other people should be. What would you want Washington and Adam Peters and co do when we're sitting at 2 They have a chance to go get one. There's a new GM. He could want to be aggressive in that first year. What do you see Washington having to give up to go from 2 to 1?
I'm not gonna lie. You got. I think you got the swap of picks, a second round pick, third round picks. But I think what I don't want to happen is you give up the first round pick the following year, but you probably are gonna have to give that up. So I would say swap of the picks 2 and 1. You got the first round pick the very next year, 2025, and then you got a second or third round picks.
Would you include Jonathan Allen in that deal?
I think you try to stay away from the players, but
Right.
like it depends on if they really, really want Caleb Williams, but you do want to try to stay away from giving up players.
So I saw you made that face there. What was the face for? The only reason why I said face is just because knowing how the Bears are, they're gonna want to sit there and get.
So I think the big thing with that, right? So if the Bears are going to trade out, why would they trade one spot? I just think the likelihood of them trading to Commanders is like nothing. Because if they're going to trade out, I mean, this isn't Madden franchise, right? If you're going to trade out, you just don't want to be at that pick anymore. So, like, what's the point of moving one spot back? Because, like, if you don't want to take Marvin at 1 because or Alt or whoever you like there, right? It could be Alt because you need a guy for Fields, or Aldo or Olu, whoever. If you don't want to take him at 1, what makes you want to take him at 2? Like, if it was like 1 to 4, I'd be like, okay. But 1 to 2, I just never could see that happening. But
like keeping them at 2, they can get them the first round pick next year from the Commanders and Marvin Harrison Jr. if they wanted, though.
Sure. I mean, if the Commanders are willing to give up that much for a 1-spot jump, though.
Right. And I'm asking this as a question because I actually don't know. Is there a contract difference? I don't know. And is it significant from 1 to 2? Like, does the number 1 overall player get paid like way or like a lot more than number 2?
I don't think a lot more. I mean, there's a little bit of a bump, but not to a point that you would like.
It's not that big. It's not that big of a deal, is what you're saying.
Not like it would cripple a team. No.
Okay. That's what I was asking. Now, so obviously last year we saw Carolina go from that spot 9 to 1.
Yeah.
What team could make that Carolina Panther move and is as desperate? And we're talking desperate.
So not at the level of what Carolina did. I don't think it'd be that big of a jump, but I think the big team I would look to be is Vegas. I keep on seeing them get mocked to where they trade with the Patriots up, not to 1 but to 3, and get Jaden Daniels at 3. I've heard, and you've heard Atlanta a lot too. So one of those 2 teams, just quarterback needy teams. I think, especially this year, and like the last few years, you've had a little bit of a difference where this year, like last year, you had some guys that like you had your top guys, but then you had some guys in like the late first, early second that could be something. This year, like I like Penix. McCarthy has shown some stuff. Like you have some guys, but if you're a team like Vegas who like Antonio Pierce, right? Like you have one bad year and you're probably out. Like to be honest with you, like you probably have 1 year. Do you want to bank that year on Aiden O'Connell or Michael Penix the first year? I just don't think it. I think you should try to be aggressive.
Yeah. Now a team I also have seen trade up or try to be aggressive. I've seen it in like 1 or 2, and it's just fun to bring up. Is the Giants. Do the Giants be aggressive at all to get a Daniels or a May? Or
I don't think so.
They just stick at 6 and roll.
They have to build a team. Their team's just really depleted.
I think that if the opportunity failed to them, they would do it. But given like where they at, they're not gonna be aggressive. I think they okay. I don't think they're okay where they are. I genuinely do think they should get a new quarterback, but I think they think they're okay where they're at.
I could see them moving up like a spot though. Like if they're at 6 right now, if somehow Jade Daniels gets out of the top 4, maybe they can move up 1 spot just to make sure they get him. I'm not sure who's ahead of him. No, it's a Chargers. So even if he's at 4, you're probably fine. I could see him like making a little move. Maybe Drake falls or something like that. Somebody you just need to move up a tad for. But I don't see them. They don't have the resources I think right now unless you just trade away your entire future. But the team's just bad.
Yeah. So now. Last question about the draft. Last question, then we will be moving on to the next topic. Obviously, like I think we mentioned last week, or we mentioned it at some point, there was, I think it was last week, when we sat and mentioned normally the guy that's the number 1 overall pick right now, before combine, before everything, is about 95% of the time not the number 1 overall pick.
What
Or
does
not
that mean?
95, but there's also in recent history, I lied. Recent history that's kind of been like there's been a guy like in the Trayvon Walker draft, the Kayvon Thibodeau. Well, I think they're in the same draft, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kayvon and Trayvon were in the same draft.
Regardless of what I'm trying to say, do you think that there is anyone else ideally enough that could go number 1 overall outside of Caleb Williams, or is he the clear-cut number 1 overall pick?
I think quarterback is the clear-cut number 1 overall pick. Again,
Right.
I'm just not as high on Caleb. So, like, my number 1, I think it probably will be Caleb. I'm just saying I think it's definitely a quarterback number 1 this year, just with the talent you have at the top. Other than that, I would struggle to see anybody else. Like, the defensive guys this year aren't insane. The mid-round defensive guys are pretty good. Maybe like if you see somebody like Olu like test insane, which I think he will, maybe he'd have a case. Just because he's so athletic. And then there's some edge rushers. It's got Dallas Turner. Maybe he runs like a 4.4, 4.3. Maybe you see him do something crazy, but I don't think anybody this year is going to shoot up.
Yeah,
for quarterback. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, I could see that happening. All right, so I think now it's time to move on. I know Dylan loves football, and I know he's about to hate. We're about to go to the NBA. Not like he hates the NBA, but he just rather talks about football. We're gonna be moving on now to the NBA and whatever they called the NBA All-Star Weekend, because that was god awful. And the fact that Stephen Curry and what was her name, Sabrina, the fact that I think they kind of made a highlight of themselves out of the 3-point contest and the dunk contest combined is horrendous. And then the All-Star game enough, there's obviously just no competition with that whatsoever. It was just a pure mess around and, just a wreck basketball game. Whatever went wrong with the All-Star game, and how could that is there any recovery? Is there anything that they could do to fix it? I mean, Chris, what do you think is wrong with the NBA All-Star game?
It's the same thing as the NFL Pro Bowl. Like, I think the players simply don't really care that much. It's not really as much as it used to be to the players back in the day. The skills challenge, terrible. I don't even know why that's even even on the All-Star game. Like, nobody wants to watch the skill challenge. Like you said, Sabrina still was probably the best thing on the All-Star weekend, and that lasted like 5 minutes max, bro. So it was just terrible. The All-Star game, the main game, no competition, no defense. They being lazy. I know y'all seen the clips of Jokic and Luka. Like, they're literally like don't even want to be there, bro. You can tell there's just not a lot to them. I would honestly, bro, they should rather just like let the G League players like play in the All-Star game, bro, and let them get they the rep up, bro, to the rest of the world, bro. Right. Because they'll be more hungry than the regular NBA stars, bro. They don't get nothing off of really going to All-Star weekend anymore.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that really no, it's so bad, dude. It's so bad. It's gotten to the point now where it's not even as fun as it used to be. And it's like, I think when they made it to a point cap, when it was like reached to 163 and once you get to that score, the game's over. I think that was way better because it's like they're like more competitive towards it. And it's like this was just like a meaningless like basketball game you go play at a park, and it was bad. Dylan, any idea or thoughts on the All-Star game at all?
I mean, to Chris's point, it's the exact same thing as the NFL, right? And I mean, I don't blame the players. I mean, you got to make money. You can't get injured playing an All-Star game. Right, that's the last thing you want to do. I mean, Pro Bowl, you have an argument, I guess, because the season's over. But like All-Star game, bro, like why would you want to try it now? Like if you get hurt, if you fucking pull a hamstring, like what are you gonna do? So people just don't care. I think the worst thing, like All-Star games, I never felt like even in the NFL. I mean, maybe the older NFL ones where like Sean Taylor was going around going crazy, but like people have been taking those off for a while, so I don't even watch that shit anymore. Like I just don't watch it. Like dunk contests, like you haven't seen a high level. I mean, Jaylen Brown was in it, but he was doing nothing. But like, bro, like other than Jaylen Brown, like there hasn't been a good player in the dunk contest in a minute. Like, bro, Obi Toppin was in a dunk contest. Like, what are we doing? Like,
yeah, I think you know what, to the point of where I heard about it the other day, I saw that a guy said LeBron James ruined the dunk contest because he set the standard that if he doesn't have to do it, none of these big name guys have to do it. Do you see that to be true, Chris? Do you think that it's LeBron's fault since LeBron never did it? Like, I'm asking.
Blame LeBron. Yeah.
I mean, like,
No, it's the
I
truth.
feel like that's like a pretty ignorant take. I'm pretty sure MJ done a couple, so I don't see why
He did it when he was young. Yeah.
Yeah, like I mean, now obviously he older now. Obviously, he shouldn't be doing it. But I think it's really an ignorant take to blame.
I think Stephen A said that and a couple other podcasts.
Bro, if you quoting Stephen A, bro, I don't know what to tell you.
Hey, dude, it's an ESPN reporter, dude. I mean, what do you want me to? I mean, I'm just
Stephen
going.
A, no reporter, bro.
You know, he just view baiting.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's no way we're blaming LeBron for the dunk contest, right? Like, because like there was good dunk contests after LeBron, bro. Like, remember when Dwight Howard was in his prime in the dunk contest? Like, those were crazy.
Yeah,
bro, like good players don't want to do that shit no more.
When Gerald Green blew out the candle with the
I mean, at least we had like Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine, but even those guys weren't stars when they did it too. Like, that was just kind of luck of the draw.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean,
so now All-Star game, we're just gonna put it to that. All-Star game absolutely sucked. I graded an F. It was horrible. Next year, I don't even know where it's at. I could care less. I don't have a picture for the next topic, but we're just gonna use the one we used last week. We're gonna be talking about NFL tags and no tags, who's getting tagged, who's not getting tagged. So obviously, first one off the top of my head, I know that T. Higgins is most likely gonna get tagged. I'm assuming by the Bengals. Dylan, I know you said that you wanted him in Tennessee.
Sure.
But are you upset that he's not going to come to Tennessee?
I mean, we don't know yet. I mean, he has to get tagged first.
Yeah.
I mean, if he gets tagged, he gets tagged. I mean, I'm not going to be mad about it. I mean, he said he won't play on a tag, which is one thing to say. I mean, you could just sit out, but he's probably not going to sit out, right? Players just want to say that.
Yeah.
I mean, I would be shocked if he isn't tagged. So at this point, I'm kind of looking away from him anyway. Like, and he's going to want so much money for agency anyway. So, like, I imagine he gets tagged though.
And then one now for Chris, it's an NFC guy, NFC East guy. Saquon Barkley and Giants not already reported. It hasn't happened yet, but it's most likely going to happen that Saquon Barkley does not get tagged. What does that mean for the Giants? What does that mean for Saquon Barkley?
I mean, it's pretty common for the Giants, bro. I mean, I can't really expect nothing. Like, I'm not even laughing. Genuinely, though, I can't expect nothing less from the Giants, bro. Like, they are actually terrible, though. I'm not gonna lie. Hopefully, even if they don't get the deal done, but I mean, if they don't tag him, they shouldn't tag him because, like, bro, they just he don't deserve to be tagged, bro. He's the best player on the team, bro. He's been the best player on the team for years, bro. And it's like at this point, bro, you gotta give him the deal, bro. You gotta get the deal done for your own sake, bro. 100%, bro. So hopefully they get the deal done for their sake.
And then after that, Dylan, Saquon Barkley, any idea where Saquon could land?
He's a tough player for that too, because who's gonna want to pay him? I mean, in all honesty, right? Like, I wouldn't even be like, I know Chris is, got the view on Saquon. Like, I think Saquon's good, but like, I don't think a running back makes a team anymore. I just don't think Saquon's been carrying them because, like, what has he been carrying him to? I mean, maybe you could say last year, but like last year, I mean, he had an okay year. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, he hasn't been carrying him. If he was carrying like Derrick Henry level, where like they were going to AFC championships, like, okay, I get it. But like, what?
I mean, they went to one AFC championship game.
Well, I'm saying this. I'm saying that Derrick Henry carried them to that game. I mean, Saquon's carried them to nothing. You know what I mean? So that's why I would struggle.
He carried them to that one when Minnesota.
When they beat Minnesota in the playoffs. Oh man.
Yeah, that's gonna go down. That's gonna go down in Giants history as the greatest.
So I would struggle. I understand the point of the Giants. Just let him go. Let a team who's a contender pay him. Let a team like, I don't think KC, right? Maybe I don't think Buffalo either. Maybe like a young team. Maybe Houston goes after him, something like that. But like, I don't see. I think I would struggle to find a team who's going to utilize him and pay him what he's going to want to get because he's going to want to get paid.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be if I were the Giants, I probably wouldn't re-sign him unless you can get him for cheap.
Yeah. So now moving on from Saquon, we're going to Chris Jones. Does Chris Jones stay in Kansas City or does he move on? Honestly, Chris.
So he screwed himself over by literally saying he wants to stay in KC. So he kind of put himself in a bad rep. So from looking at the contract with Chris Jones, there is either he is getting a contract or he's walking. From what I saw, it looks like if they tag Chris Jones with something with guarantees or something and the tag, he get like $34 million next year, which is like quarterback money. It's insane. I think you get $34 million if they tag him. So there's no way you don't tag. I think you have to sign him or let him walk, but he's not leaving. So I imagine in the next few weeks you'll see a deal get done.
Okay. And Chris, Mike Evans.
I mean, I guess Mike Evans. Mike Evans has been real solid for the Buccaneers for years. So I mean, they could, but I think eventually, bro, you gotta move on, bro. He's gonna get up there in age eventually on you. So
I think the tag for him is pretty high too, though. I think his is like 18 or something for the wide receiver this year, so his is pretty high.
Mm-hmm. Chris, a team he could go on to if there is no deal done.
The Giants. The Giants, man. They need a wide receiver. I think, but if you can sell out for Kenny Golladay, bro, you can sell out for Mike Evans, bro. I think they gotta throw as much as they can throw.
What is a contract the Giants would offer for Mike Evans?
Kenny Golladay money?
Yeah, maybe even more than that.
Oh no, he'll get more than Golladay got what?
I was making a joke because they're the exact same player almost. Like it's crazy.
Oh yeah, they're both a 6'4", 6'5" tall ass wide receiver that plays on the outside.
Who were great until they went to New York. Yeah, I mean, Mike Evans I've heard get rumored to like KC like a million times. I could see that. That'd be about it.
Yeah, but is he really going to go to KC?
I mean,
very possible. Yeah.
I feel like there's been so many like of those like big free agent wideouts that's supposed to go to KC, and then
I haven't really bought into any of them until Mike Evans, just because Mike Evans, I really think with how bad the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I mean, I guess he did win a ring he won what, one or two one with Brady, right? I mean, but other than that, they've been bad for a long time. I could see him taking like a $5-6 million deal and just going to KC, just to play with Mahomes. Like, why not?
So now earlier today, I did see this, and obviously this might not be true as of right now, but it could be true later on. Mike Williams is rumored to be getting cut by the Chargers. Is that a player, Dylan, you want to see on Kansas City? And not Kansas City. What the hell? The Titans. Sorry. No?
Hell no.
Why?
No, I'm playing. Mike Williams is pretty good. Mike Williams at this point, like we know what he is, and he's not a bad player. I think you just have to have an offense that fits what Mike Williams is. He's not a great separator. He's a big dude who kind of has injury problems, but when he's good, like we've seen him take over games in the NFL. Like legitimately, we've seen it.
That Chargers and Raiders winner gets in game.
I don't think a team like Tennessee would go after him, but I could see a team like Buffalo, who's losing Gabe Davis in free agency, go after Mike Williams. I think that would make sense. Just for a guy that Allen could throw the ball downfield to.
But can Buffalo afford to deal with an injury-prone receiver like Mike Williams, though?
I mean, they've had Gabe Davis, and Gabe Davis is. I guess Davis hasn't been injury-prone, but like I wouldn't see why they couldn't. He'd be on load management, so I don't see like it's not like he has to be wide receiver one. Unfortunately, for a lot of his career in LA, while he wasn't wide receiver one, they kind of tried to treat him like wide receiver one with like targets. So like I could see it. I don't think a team like Tennessee would do it though.
Yeah, I remember when we all first like met. Obviously, I remember Mike Williams was a free agent at the time, and I think Chris, did you say you wanted him in Washington, or you wouldn't mind seeing him in Washington during that time? Because I know there was some.
That was the time we needed a wide receiver too. I think that was he a part of the Curtis Samuel free agency?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, so yeah, I probably did want him as a wide receiver too at the time. Now I think that like if you trying to get a guy that's the two. Probably not Mike Williams. He's a really good player, but he's not like a guy I would just ideally want as my wide receiver too.
With this free agency too, I just don't think it makes sense. There's just so many other good wide receiver twos. I feel like this year, like I would rather Marquise Brown at this point over Mike Williams.
Hollywood Brown.
Hollywood's pretty good, man.
Over Mike Williams.
Yeah. Hey, Hollywood had a good year last year, bro. Y'all tripping.
I'm just shutting up. So. Now, Chris, I did see a report earlier in the week. It's a Washington report. Dylan, you can chime in if you'd like to.
Okay.
How would you feel, Chris, if the Washington Commanders took Marvin Harrison at 2 and then signed Kirk Cousins?
I mean, the only way that happens is if the new guys don't really like Sam Howell. I don't like I've been saying, like I feel like Sam Howell and Kirk Cousins can be like literally the same player, bro. So I don't really see what's the point of signing Kirk unless you're trying to win right now. But we rebuilding, well, whatever you want to call what we're doing.
Retooling is what he said in the interview. Retooling or some bullshit.
No, he said something like recalibrating, something like that. And but yeah, like I don't really see it. Why would we would do that? I think if you go with Marvin Harrison, bro, you should just rock with Sam Howell, honestly, bro. unless the new coach unless Dan Quinn don't like Sam Howell. The front office before the end of the season, where Sam Howell had that rough stint to end the season, they said they liked Sam Howell. I don't know how much that changed because that, like I said, the last couple of games was real rough though.
Yeah, I think it was the first time in since 2017 with Kirk Cousins that we had a quarterback start all 17 games of the season, and that was the first time in over 6-7 years. It's pretty sad. Dylan, you want to weigh in on any of that?
Sure. I think that would be dumb. Right. Like I think if you're gonna, I get Chris's point. If you're gonna, I mean, I guess you could build a team, but I feel like the moves that last year showed, and I think this new GM and regime's gonna show is making the team younger. So I don't think a guy like Kirk Cousins makes sense in this offense because you're going to build I feel like if you're going to build, you're seeing it now. If you're going to build a good team or a quarterback, you want a young guy entering his prime. You don't want a 37. How old is Kirk?
37 might be too old.
He's 36 right now.
Okay.
36, 37. Could be 38.
Kirk Cousins is 35. So do you really want a 35-year-old guy? I don't see it. I would way rather. I mean, Marvin Harrison's really good. But I'd still rather take a quarterback that could be your franchise guy. Because I'd way rather have a franchise quarterback than a franchise wide receiver. So I mean, I'd rather do that.
Yeah, true. Now we're gonna move on to our next segment. It's I did pick this up at this little background up. It's called Overrated, Underrated, or Properly Rated. I'm going to list NFL teams. You two have to decide, or you two pick or choose whether they are overrated, underrated, or they are properly rated. I will try to sit here and give you the mostly wild card teams at best, and we'll go from there. I'm not going to sit here and give you the Arizona Cardinals because they are properly rated as
underrated. Sorry.
Shut up. All right. The Cincinnati Bengals. Dylan.
Underrated.
Chris?
Underrated.
All right. So first one we all agree, or everyone agrees. The Buffalo Bills.
Properly rated.
Okay. The Baltimore Ravens.
Proper.
Yeah.
I wonder when it's going to get complicating. I don't know.
Probably playoff teams.
Cleveland Browns.
Properly rated, I guess.
I'd go proper. I mean, it's.
Yeah, like who cares?
Atlanta Falcons.
Proper, yeah, they suck.
Okay. The Dallas Cowboys.
I mean, I think everybody got I think everybody got the same consensus about the Cowboys.
Yeah, I'd go properly rated.
Yeah.
The Houston Texans.
I mean, I feel like the same thing. Like everyone knows what they are now. Like I'd say properly rated.
Yeah.
The Jacksonville Jaguars.
I'd say over.
Because
some people still think Trevor Lawrence is a quarterback, like a good quarterback in the NFL.
Nah, I still do though. So I'm not gonna go over it. I think everybody know, like, you feel me, like they was, they had a bad year. The other year, I mean, I think I gotta see it one more year. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna go proper.
The Los Angeles Rams.
Underrated for sure.
Yeah, underrated.
Dude, I'm trying to find one where there's a little discussion about it. I can't even say this next one. Detroit Lions. I'd even say properly
proper.
rated.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
God damn, there's Los Angeles Chargers.
I mean, they trash. So. Proper.
Yeah. I'd say proper. Yeah.
Okay. The Philadelphia Eagles. I'm gonna say over.
I'd say proper, bro. Like people kind of know they suck. Like I don't know.
I feel like
last year, bro. People were clowning on them so bad, bro. I think it's proper now. Like everyone knows what they are.
Yeah,
God damn.
a lot of frauds.
Miami.
Over. I mean, they like. I feel like people like. I feel like it's one way. You could lean either way, but I feel like a lot of people throughout the season they was overrated. But then I feel like once the season ended for them, like a lot of people like finally understood what they were.
I would say over. I think Tua sucks, so I'd say over.
Okay. The New York Jets when healthy.
Overrated for sure.
Overrated.
Oh my God. The Pittsburgh Steelers.
Underrated.
Proper, bro.
They
Like,
win 10 games.
the Steelers are actually so trash. Like
I agree, but they won 10 games.
it's actually insane. Like they are the trashiest OT team win I've ever seen. Like every time they get most like double-digit wins, they always like the most uninteresting team ever, bro.
True.
So it's like so weird, bro. I'd go proper, bro.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Underrated.
Yeah, underrated. They had a good season.
Seattle Seahawks.
Proper.
I think they still got a really good team. They barely missed playoffs. Underrated. I go underrated.
The Washington Commanders.
Trash, bro. Proper, bro.
Dude,
Proper, yeah.
I was really expecting like a very like not like a heated segment, but like a segment where we could like deep dive into someone disagreeing with one another. The only team I could really think of, not even that. What about the Vikings?
The Vikings, I mean, like
They properly
like
rated.
it's healthy, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, they proper.
And then we'll just do this lastly, the Las Vegas Raiders. I have one more team after this, by the way. I just completely
I know
forgot.
my team hasn't been said yet. It's crazy.
Well, they're in the same category as the Commanders.
Wait, it's Las Vegas. Proper. I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody know they trash.
Yeah, I'd say proper.
All right, the Tennessee Titans.
Underrated, baby. Underrated.
They're trash.
I'm gonna zone all y'all out, bro. It's underrated.
Lastly, the San Francisco 49ers. I think after this Super Bowl, I don't know.
I'm gonna say underrated.
Really?
I think people kind of started to shit on the Niners after the Super Bowl, and so I think people are forgetting how good of a team they were. So I'd say it's slightly underrated.
I would have thought you were going to say overrated.
Nah, I think Niners are a great team.
Chris?
Yeah, I like Dylan's point. I'm not gonna lie, but
if Broad was here, he would have said they were overrated and that Kyle Shanahan's the worst.
Yeah, Broad's a Philly fan, bro. Nobody cares.
yeah.
Sorry, Broad.
As long as you don't call Kyle Shanahan overrated, I think you could put proper.
Any teams I'm missing at all that it could be in the conversation to have a little bit of a debate?
Nah.
No, I can't think of another team that you didn't name. So I'm gonna be honest with you, like no.
Like no teams is really just like yo.
So now we're gonna go to a segment that I think once upon a time we did on the show called the 4-Man Blitz. It's would you rather Domantas Sabonis edition.
Oh.
NBA. We have an NFL one too, but I'm saving that for a more of like a.
I think the NFL one would be fun right now, but go ahead.
Fine, you want to do the NFL one first, and then we'll do the NBA?
Yeah, I just won't show up for the NBA one. True.
Dude, fucking asshole. All right, who would you rather? Jalen Hurts edition. I'm just gonna spit the names out, and you guys honestly tell me what you think. Patrick Mahomes.
Mahomes, yeah.
Okay. Joe Burrow.
Burrow.
Josh Allen.
Allen.
Chris.
Allen.
Okay. Justin Herbert.
Herbert.
Where do you guys rank Jalen Hurts on your top quarterback?
You're about
list?
to see.
Gotta keep going.
We get out of the top 5.
Well, we guys want to get the Mac Jones territory, bro. And you're gonna see where I put his ass.
All right. Trevor Lawrence.
Lawrence.
Oh my God, he's falling pretty deep. Tua Tagovailoa.
I'll take Hurts.
Yeah. I mean, they like, but Hurts.
Jared Goff.
I'll take Jared Goff.
Come on, man. It's February, bro. February, bro. Hey.
I think if
It's February, bro.
I think if I need to win it,
February, bro.
it's hard to take Jared Goff in the conversation, bro. But like, I think if I had to win one game, bro, I'd rather have Jared Goff in any offense rather than Jalen Hurts, unless it's like a Ravens offense. I can't think of other mini systems other than like a Philly or Ravens offense where I'd rather have Hurts over Goff.
I get your point, but Jalen Hurts.
Okay. Moving on. Geno Smith.
Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts.
I'm really interested to see.
This dude frozen, bro.
He froze.
It's a great stand shot.
The Rams suck. Hurts.
Dude, Young K, we were saying Hurts versus like 30 guys, bro. You gotta say which one you're talking about.
Yeah, like, bro,
Wow.
bro, he froze, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Bro.
Twin.
Dude on a microwave, bro. What the fuck? Let's see. Any comments that matter?
Ain't no comments. Can we get
No. A dream dunk contest. I guess while I have a minute. Vince Carter, Dominique Wilkins.
Hey, bro, it's a current players though. I'm not going.
Oh, it's his current. Oh shit, my fault. I didn't read that. No one. Yeah, no one.
I'm not gonna lie. I'd probably go. I mean, you got to put Zion in there. John Moran in there. Mac McClung deserves something. So you got Mac Moran. I ain't lying. LeBron probably still can slam though. So LeBron.
Slide Aaron Gordon back in there, you know.
Yeah, Aaron Gordon. If he stopped whining and complaining, but I mean, like, this is chance, really, honestly.
Hurts over T-Law. Yeah, I mean, I think no. I think T-Law is better than Hurts.
Okay, all right, my bad. So, did you guys hear who I said prior or no?
No.
Okay, so I said I'm gonna participate in this one.
Okay.
Because Dak Prescott. Dak.
No way y'all really think that. No, I'm not gonna lie. Trevor Lawrence is definitely a better.
I have Trevor Lawrence and Hurts in the same category for me. Even though I'm not a big T-Law guy, I just think, again, kind of like the same Goff point. I think T-Law can work more efficiently in most offenses. So I'd rather have T-Law for that point.
So Dak Prescott.
Over Hurts, yeah. Easy.
Yeah, I think I'd rather have Prescott.
Why does it say Tom Brady? What the fuck? Okay, we'll just substitute Tom Brady out for Baker Mayfield. Jalen
Hurts.
I mean, it's hard to say. Baker played really well last year. I would take Hurts, but I'm just saying Baker played really well last year.
I'll take Hurts' like skill set, but like Baker did have the better year. But I
don't know if I'd take Hurts' skill set because I mean Baker's probably the more talented quarterback. But go ahead.
Okay. Right. Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, like in every fashion.
This is a list from like a year and a half ago, so you're gonna see why. Justin Fields.
Yeah, Hurts.
Okay.
Hurts.
Aaron Rodgers. Hurts.
Healthy Rodgers for sure.
Yeah. Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy's a system dude, bro. Come on now, give me Hurts.
Jalen Hurts.
I don't know if I can agree with that one.
There's no way you're taking Purdy over Hurts, bro. Be for real. It's one thing if you want to say T-Law over Hurts is hot, bro. If you ever try to sit here and tell me that Purdy is a better quarterback than Hurts, bro, come on.
But it's like what Brock Purdy does, bro. Like, no, I don't really care if it's system or not, dude. Like, he could literally be in that system. He could be.
You could argue some guys like Baker or Goff because of the way that they're probably more talented, bro. But Purdy's like the least talented sort of quarterback in the NFL.
If we're talking like legitimate, like if we're talking like
he has like no physical skill, bro.
Yeah, like what is Purdy? What's his physical
Brock
trait?
Purdy is not like a scrambling like quarterback like Jalen Hurts. He just sits in the
He
pocket.
don't scramble. He can't throw deep, bro. Like what are we
Dude,
talking about?
he can throw deep, bro. Have you not watched him?
Nah.
Yes, he can. Brock Purdy, I legit would take Brock Purdy over.
Bro,
Jalen Hurts.
throwing to like literally like one of the best route runners in the NFL and Brandon Ayuk and one of the best yak guys in Kittle
Okay, but like it's not
and
his
CMC
Brock
and
Purdy
Debo. Like,
system, bro. Like he did not pick San Francisco. San Francisco drafted him. He went in and he fucking
but
balled.
that's not saying the Mahomes didn't pick the Chiefs. The Chiefs drafted him. Like what is
But,
what
dude, but you're sitting here trying to tell me that Brock Purdy is a system like quarterback.
he is a system quarterback. He's
he
not
did
a bad player, but he's a
Oh,
system
he
guy.
did better than he out fucking killed Jalen Hurts in that fucking game in week whatever, bro. Like you can't listen, bro. You can say that Brock Purdy's a system quarterback, bro, but like he could also be really
he's a literal system quarterback.
I mean, he was throwing like drag routes to Debo Samuels, and he was taking it like 70 yards, bro. So
exactly, like you're throwing to the best offensive team in the NFL.
If he has to throw deep, though, Brock Purdy can throw deep. It's just not designed.
What you're not understanding is we're not saying he literally can't throw the ball deep. We're saying talent-wise, he has one of the weakest arms in the NFL. So like he isn't going to he can't hit every spot on the field like other guys can. Hurts at least can hit most spots in the field, whether it's accurately or not. He can hit it there.
But like you can't act like in that first season, like when that last season when Jalen Hurts was like good, you can't tell me that all he was throwing was fucking little fucking slant routes and drag routes or RPOs.
Let's not act like when they were going crazy, bro. Like all of his throws were fucking goal balls down the right hash to AJ Brown. Like come on, like he can throw the ball deep. He has a big arm.
I don't know.
When Jalen Hurts was in the Super Bowl, he only threw like 2 deep passes all game, or like 1 maybe, bro.
Bro, but like deep passes in the Super Bowl aren't a stat to
not even the Super Bowl. Not even the Super Bowl. I could even tell you with the Philly Washington.
Yeah, you think a coach is gonna go in and say, yeah, my quarterback.
No,
throw it deep every single play in a game that means everything.
I don't think Jalen Hurts' arm is any better than.
But physically, like there's.
Okay, hold on. Did you say you don't think Jalen Hurts' arm is better than Purdy's?
No, I think that Brock Purdy has a better arm than Jalen Hurts, 1000%.
I know you're trying to get an Instagram clip.
Don't
embarrass yourself out here.
Though, bro, come on,
dude. No,
I get you want the clip, bro, but like, go watch some film, bro. Like, come on.
I did, bro. I did watch the film.
Watched it.
Yes.
If you've watched film, bro, don't tell me Jalen Hurts has a weaker arm than Brock Purdy, bro. Come on.
Brock Purdy's better than
February, bro.
after this season, Brock Purdy's better than Jalen Hurts right now.
So, whoa, wait a minute.
Brock Purdy was an MVP
candidate. Jalen Hurts wasn't last year?
I mean, Jalen Hurts also was an MVP candidate, though. Not this year, but
Brock, listen, bro. I just think that Brock Purdy this year played better than number 1 than Jalen Hurts. I think that overall this year he was better than Jalen Hurts. I do not care. Simply,
bro. Put Jalen Hurts in San Fran, bro. Put any quarterback in San Fran, bro.
You're acting like Jalen
Put
Hurts.
me in San Fran. I'm throwing some TDs.
You're acting like Jalen Hurts is in a shit situation, bro. You're like he doesn't have AJ Brown.
I'm not saying he's in a shit situation, bro. But like, but I think you don't understand how good San Fran is, bro. Like you have a genius offensive head coach. You have Ayuk, who's one of the best route runners in the NFL. You have Debo and Kittle, who are 2 of the best yak guys in the NFL. You have CMC, who's the best running back in the NFL. And you have the best left tackle in football. Like, bro, like, what else do you want?
You tell me that Jalen Hurts does not have the best offensive line, the top 5 wide receiver.
This year, they were not the best offensive line in football, no. I mean, they weren't. I'm sorry, like they just weren't. And his offensive line is going to be worse next year because they're losing an all-pro center. So, like, I don't know.
Like, you also got to look at it too. Like, Brock, I just think that Brock Purdy just plays the quarter. I think that he plays the quarterback position.
This is getting racist.
No, it's not becoming racist.
Bro, you literally just said, I just think Brock Purdy, he just plays quarterback better. Like, why? Like, what does he do? What does he do?
Dude,
like, bro, you have to be like a Joe Flacco fan, bro. Like, he just has that grit to him.
It's February, bro. It's getting wild, bro.
End of discussion, bro.
He just has that grit to him, huh, Nico?
I think that Jalen Hurts. I think Brock Purdy better than Jalen Hurts.
He's not, though. Like, he's just not. Like, I'm sorry.
And next season when Brock Purdy gets his MVP that he rightfully was robbed.
I know you don't think he was robbed the MVP.
No, he 100% was. He 100% was robbed.
Who was he robbed, though? Who do you have a better year than? He had a better year than Lamar Jackson.
It's debatable.
Get your Instagram clips out of here, bro. Like
it's debatable.
Oh, man.
It's not. There's literally zero.
There's a debate between Purdy, Dak, and Lamar and Allen. If you want to throw fucking Josh Allen in there too,
bro. There's no debate between Purdy and Lamar.
100% is.
What's the debate?
All 5 of them, dude. They all like significantly play. It's
what's
not like
the debate between Purdy and Lamar?
Jackson went out and had his 20.
What's the debate between Purdy and Lamar?
Is the rest of them
passing touchdown?
Like he's trolling, bro. Like,
no, I'm not.
Nigga trolling. Bro,
All right, we're moving on.
Please, bro. I can't.
All right. CJ Stroud.
CJ. Well, CJ.
CJ.
Yeah.
A rookie quarterback better than Jalen Hurts after what? I mean,
CJ's also. By the way, CJ's also better than Purdy. Just so you know that.
yeah.
CJ Stroud is better than Brock Purdy.
Kyler Murray.
Um,
Healthy Kyler Murray.
I'll take Hurts.
Take him.
Just because Kyler's been injured a lot. I'll take Hurts.
Kirk Cousins.
I'm losing brain cells.
I mean, Kirk was an MVP guy last year, but I take Hurts.
Was he actually like top 3?
I mean,
Finals?
Kirk was going crazy before he got hurt.
Jesus Christ. Daniel Jones. I don't even know what the fuck I
I mean,
just said.
Hurts, obviously.
Derek Carr.
After last year, Hurts.
So Dylan, what my question is, you said something prior to that. Who did you say was better than Hurts?
T-Law, Mahomes, Lamar. Like, who are you asking?
Jared Goff.
Like people on that like 10 to like 20 range.
He said Jared Goff, T-Law, and Jared Goff and T-Law.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so now we're gonna move on to. I mean, I don't know. Domantas Sabonis. What do you look at him as a center or a power forward?
He's a power forward.
Power forward. All right. So would you rather Domantas Sabonis? We're gonna go off the list. Let's go with Paolo Banchero
Paulo Banchero, bro.
Yeah, obviously.
over Sabonis.
Easily, bro.
Yes.
What?
You're crazy. Jalen Williams for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Sabonis.
Technically, Paul George is listed as a power forward. I don't know.
He's a small forward. But like, if we're putting Paul George at power forward, I'd rather have Sabonis at power forward than Paul George at power forward. So
Okay. Then we'll just do that. Take him out. Julius Randle.
I'd take Sabonis.
Pascal Siakam.
Yeah.
I'll take Siakam.
Over
I like Sabonis.
Dude, Sabonis was like fucking robbed from the All-Star game, dude. Jesus.
That game, the series last year against the Warriors kind of was rough for him, bro. So that's just what I keep on thinking about is that series.
Evan Mobley.
I think Sabonis right now.
Yeah, Sabonis.
I don't know why he's listed as a power forward, but I'll just say his name anyway. Chet Holmgren.
I mean, if he's a power forward,
I don't know. It's listed.
I
as
would
a
take
power forward.
Sabonis.
Yeah, that's a stupid one. Laurie Markkinen.
Sabonis.
Bro.
Zion Williamson.
Zion.
I'll take Sabonis.
Kevin Durant.
I mean,
He's technically a power forward.
I know he's technically a power forward. I mean, as a true power forward, definitely Sabonis is a better true power forward. But I mean, KD's a better player, so I'd probably take KD. But like, I think Sabonis is definitely better. But KD doesn't play like a power forward. He doesn't really play power forward. So
No, but he's just when he, I guess,
he's
starts
listed
off.
as power. Oh, he's like 6'10", so yeah, he's gonna be listed there.
Anthony Davis.
AD.
When healthy, 80.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
On Giannis, like what?
I will take. I'm going to list some centers too. I'm not going to say Jokic or Embiid because that is just a
Obviously, yeah.
stupid comparison. But Kristaps Porzingis.
Porzingis.
At center,
Sure.
Porzingis.
Alpern Sengun.
Sengun.
Sabonis.
Like Sabonis.
Victor Wembanyama.
Victor being on crazy. Yeah, I go Victor.
I'd give it a Sabonis over Victor.
You lying.
Dude, no. Dude, come on, bro. Like, Victor's
I
been
hope
in the
you know
league-
I would take Victor over Sabonis. I would not take Chet over Sabonis. I mean, bro.
Dude, no, like real shit. Like Victor's been in the NBA for like 50-something games, bro. Like,
I don't
and that's-
care, bro. I don't care.
That's a fucking
I
horrible,
don't care.
Doesn't matter, bro.
Victor's crazy.
horrible fuck. Yeah, you're fucking crazy too. No way you're taking Victor Wembanyama over fucking Sabonis, bro.
Wemby is a better player than Sabonis. Like, I'm sorry.
He's a better player, sure, but like if we're talking like
What
right,
is the debate, bro? We saying who are we picking? We're saying who's the better player. Like, what are you debating?
Yeah, like Wemby better than him, bro, at basketball. Simply.
Yeah, like honestly, like
Okay, Carl Anthony Towns,
Carl.
Cat. Yeah.
Bam Adebayo.
Sabonis.
I'm not gonna lie, Sabonis.
Let's go with I don't really know. Do you got Jalen Duran?
Jalen. Nah,
It's
Sabonis. No, for sure.
Bonus. Okay. And then lastly, two more. No, three more actually. Rudy Gobert.
Sabonis.
At center, probably Gobert, but Sabonis is a better player.
Miles Turner.
Sabonis.
And lastly, Nick Claxton.
Bro, you're not even asking Chris these questions.
I'm asking everybody these questions.
Yeah, nah, I'm just like it's like
Sabonis, by the way.
Nick Claxton, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, why are we comparing Nick Claxton?
Nick Claxton's a
bro.
great player. He's a good player in the NBA.
Sabonis.
Yeah, I don't want to hear any Nick Claxton hate.
You do, bro. I still can't believe you just said Purdy was better than Gordon Hayward.
All right, so I think that'll end off the episode for today. We will be back, all three of us together on Wednesday. You don't have to show up, just
Okay, I won't. Okay, cool.
Okay, that's fine. Next week we'll be going live next week at 7:00 same time. I will be going live on Friday with Broad Sports and Gavin Wiggins for NCAA basketball. That should be fun with Broad Sports, and Broad Sports himself can make that episode fun. We will see you guys next week. Thank you guys all for watching. And Chris and Dylan, anything to say before we end it?
Nah, man. It's Friday. It's February.
Okay.
I mean, all I have to say before we leave, bro, is like when you guys always question, like, why do we say Nico has no sports knowledge? You guys just saw that firsthand. He may just be fishing for some Instagram clips, bro. He's like doing a little mini Stephen A. Smith shit. Like maybe he's doing that, bro. But it's sad. It's getting sad at this point.
Okay, well,
Grown ass man, bro.
Dylan, just let it all out. Okay, well, thank you guys all for watching, and have a good night.